Hello and welcome back. It's Kristen here at Joyfully Thriving, and I have another grocery haul to share with you for this week. I did a lot of shopping and I went to 3 stores this morning. I told you earlier that I try to consolidate things. So I have a haul to show you from Aldi and from Sam's and from Fresh Thyme, which is a local store, which I don't normally shop there, but I did this week and you'll see why in just a second. So just to recap before we get started, we are a family of 6 in northeastern Indiana, and I do a lot of shopping ahead and shopping the sales and stockpiling. So my trips tend to look very eclectic, as you'll see here today. So I'm going to show you what I got, but if you want to know more about my budget and how and why I shop the way I do, be sure you check out my other YouTube video with all the details of our grocery budget for every month and how we spend $475 for our family of 6. So I'll leave a link to that in the description below so you can check that out. But let me turn the camera around and show you what I got. All right, let's start with Aldi here. I went to Aldi first because my husband is a teacher and tomorrow's Grandparents' Day and they needed some things for school. So I started at Aldi, and while I was getting a couple things for him to put out for grandparents, I decided to grab a couple deals for us. First thing I grabbed was cauliflower. It's $1.99 a head this week. Be sure you always pay attention to that, especially at Aldi. Sometimes it's per pound, sometimes it's per item, but $1.99 a head was pretty good. So I grabbed 2 of the biggest ones I could find, and I'm going to go ahead and roast those up for dinner tonight, at least one of those. And then while I was there, I restocked crackers. My kids all love crackers and tend to take them in their lunches over sandwiches. So my one daughter likes Triscuits here, so I bought 3 more boxes of those at $2.19. My youngest 2, of course, like graham crackers, and those were $1.59. And then my oldest son likes club crackers, but I was pretty well stocked on those. I try to keep about 6 boxes of crackers, each kind of cracker, on hand at a time, just because I know we're going to be using those regularly, so that way we always have some there. I also grabbed lettuce, 3 heads. A lot of our stores have been out of lettuce lately, so I grabbed 3 for $2.89. Box of cones was marked down 99 cents. I've never tried these before, but I decided to go ahead and try them, these guacamole cups. It ended up being like 55 cents a cup. I figured then, so it was like $3.29 for the whole thing, and then, you know, your guacamole doesn't go bad. A little bit of a splurge, but I thought I'd try it this week. Eggs were $1.82, so they've gone down a little bit. Happy to see that. Didn't need eggs quite yet, but since I was there, I went ahead and grabbed them. Grabbed a hummus. This olive hummus, I don't know if you've tried it. If you like olives, this is the best hummus that I have ever had. I really like that one. So picked that up for myself, $2.45. And then these sausages happened to be on sale. They were marked down to $1.49. Don't expire for several months. I'm going to toss them in the freezer. I thought my husband would like these with chili pepper and cheddar cheese. So thought we'd give those a try for dinner some night. So that's what I got at Aldi right there. You can see those couple things. And it wasn't a huge trip. It ended up being $28.15 was what I spent at Aldi for all of that right there. Then later on, I went to Sam's, and we'll just kind of pan over. So there was the Aldi and then Sam's. And Sam's, again, it was just stocking up. We go through a fair amount of tortilla chips. We like nachos once a week, or we'll do tacos a fair amount. In fact, we're having company over for a taco night this weekend. So I just have decided these are some of the better chips. And when you start comparing the price, it ends up being the best deal that I can find. Unfortunately, they have gone up and they're now like 11 something a box, but you get 2 big bags, and like you said, they're 6 pounds, so it will last us at least hopefully 2 months. We probably go through almost a box a month sometimes, especially if we're entertaining more. So I grabbed 2 of those boxes. They don't expire until December, so I grabbed those when I was there. Went ahead and grabbed some broccoli. It's $7 for the 4 bags. It really is the best broccoli I found. You get a lot of good florets without the stems, and I like that it's in 4 smaller bags so I can put it in the freezer and divide it up. We're not in there. Picked up chocolate chips. Amazingly, over the past year, this is one of the very few things at Sam's that has not increased in price. It's still $9.98 for this bag, and if you notice, it's 72 ounces, so that's the same as buying like 6 bags of chocolate chips.
We bake a lot, so I go through this regularly. But it basically works out to $1.50 a bag. So it's the best price by far you can find, name brand or generic, on chocolate chips. So that's what we use. And then one of the instant deals was Laughing Cow, and it takes it down to $5.50. There's no limit on them at Sam's. For 3 containers. You have 3 containers in there, 24. My daughters really like this, and my husband and I do too, for a snack or with lunches. And that basically turns out to $1.80 for one of the round packages, which again, even Aldi now, it's like $2.75 for the generic. So I went ahead and bought 3 of them. I'm going to put one in our fridge and hide the other 2 out in the garage fridge for a while, so they don't forget that they're there. And then the last thing I got at Sam's Club was I went ahead and picked up these boneless pork chops. They are, as you can see, they're $2.68 a pound, and they're really thick, good pork chops. We like these on the grill. I found if I buy 2 packages, you tend to get around 12 or 13 pork chops, and that can cover 3 meals for us. We'll do 4 at a time because they are very thick for the little kids. And then I freeze, so we'll eat some, we're going to grill some tomorrow, and then I'll freeze the other 2 packages. I'll package them in groups of 4 and freeze them there. So that's what I picked up at Sam's. Again, just a couple things, but it's amazing because of course it added up very quickly, and it was about $75 right there. It was $75.25 was the total at Sam's. And then while I was out, we went down to Fresh Thyme. I don't normally go there, but avocados were 2 for $1. I thought it was 3 for $1, but it was 2 for $1, which was still a good price. So I went ahead and grabbed 4 of those, again for taco night. And then chicken was $2.99 a pound. It's slightly, Sam's is $2.89 a pound, so it was a little bit more, but sometimes the Sam's are such huge breasts of chicken that I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try these this time. So I went ahead and bought 2 of these. I know, I don't normally buy this much meat in a week, and this is what I was talking about with stockpiling. So you'll see, I bought chicken this week, I bought pork chops this week, and then I bought tons of hamburger last week. So now that I've stocked up on all this meat, you're not going to see me buy meat for a while because we're going to eat some of it, but I'm going to freeze a lot of it for the weeks and months to come. So at Fresh Thyme, it was $35.07 there. So our total for this whole counter of groceries this week was $138.47. I believe. I'll double check that. But that bought me this counter of groceries. Again, kind of eclectic, but it stocked us up on meat. So we are now well stocked in our freezer for that. So let me flip you around and tell you what we're going to do the rest of the month then.
Okay, so that was a pretty big shopping trip for me for a week, especially this early in the month, because I had already stopped at Kroger for cheese this week and for diapers. I need to restock some diapers. So my total for September is already at $208 out of $475 for the month. But I'm okay with that because it just means that I'm going to be shopping more of the sales in the weeks to come. I'm really just going to be filling in gaps. There isn't a whole lot that we need. Our fridge and freezer and pantry are pretty well stocked. So you're going to see how I make our budget last throughout the rest of the month. So if you're curious to see how I do that, make sure you hit subscribe and stay tuned for future grocery hauls. So I'm curious, do you have any go-tos at Sam's? Be sure to let me know in the comments, or at Costco if you go to Costco. What are your go-tos at those stores? Thanks for joining me for another grocery haul, and I'll see you in the next video.